Hi, peeps. I'm Auriel Grace, and welcome to a spiritual show. So, I hope you all are staying warm and dry and safe because it looks like it's going to be a cold week here on the East Coast. Yes, it is. So, please stay safe. All right. So, I have a couple of announcements before we start the show. We're talking about resolutions tonight. This is one of my more favorite topics because this is like my magic. This is how I do it. So, if you have any questions, or you can put your resolutions in the comments here too. Let me see what they are because that'll be very fun for me to see like your resolutions. All right. All right. So just trying to, yep, that thing set up. Okay. So if you want to join my newsletter, you can go over to aurielgrace.net. And on the front page, there's a little newsletter sign up thingy. You can sign up for my newsletter there. I do a monthly newsletter. Some of you have asked me for more often newsletters, and you can check out my blog at aurielgrace.net. And there's usually a blog that goes up once a week. Okay? All right. So, like tomorrow, there will be a blog about what we talk about tonight. So, check that out. Okay? All right. So I have two books that are going to be free this week from 123 to 127. I'll be posting them on social media. It's the Goddess Trilogy, and I'll do posts and stuff. It's on Amazon, and hey, it's a great story. What can I say? Anyway, check that out. And for those of you that read books off of Amazon, Kindle Unlimited, Kindle books, paperback books, for any author, please leave a review, or at least 5 stars or 3 stars or however many stars, okay? Because it really helps the author and the books go up so that people can see them, all right? So please leave a review. All right. Okay, so a couple of you have emailed me about doing readings. I do readings all the time. I'm always booking them. I know I do my special once a month, the $50 Friday, and you can book for that too. You'll see the dates through the newsletter. Okay, if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can email me at agangofgirlsinc@gmail.com. Or for those of you who have my phone number, you can text me. Okay? All right. So we've had some pretty awesome disasters happen in the past year. And I'm not talking about awesome as in awesome. I'm talking about awesome as in horrific. So the western part of North Carolina still needs our assistance. And now so does California. So for those of you, I'm asking for prayers and energy to be sent to both places. And also, if you can afford a monetary gift, please go to the Red Cross or Samaritan's Purse. Okay, be careful when you're making donations. There's a lot of scams out there. So make sure that you are on the right website. Okay? All right. And they have like little categories and stuff like that where you can donate to. All right. So it's going to take a long time for these people to get their lives back together, their homes built, rebuilt, fixed up to where they can move back in and restart their lives. It may take, 2 or 3 years for that to happen. So they need your assistance. Please help them if you can. And please remember to pray for those people. All right? Okay. Hey, Mom. All right. So we're talking about resolutions. So, um, every year I do sit down during the month of January and I really think about what I want to accomplish in the year and what I feel I can accomplish. You know, there's some things that I would love to accomplish, but I know I'll need to do this to get there to over there. So every year I sit down in January and I start to write down what are my resolutions? What do I want to accomplish this year? And I actually make plans for them and I strategize them and I write things out. So, one of the things uh, that when I first started doing the resolutions, is I really had to think about what story I'm telling myself. What am I telling myself about myself? What what is it? What is the truth, right? And some of it I really had to change. I had to change how I thought about myself. And my resolutions actually helped me do that because I I would create things. I would put things in order and stuff. Sometimes it would come out okay, sometimes not. But I still worked on it and I kept working on it. So think about before you write your resolutions, what are you saying to yourself? Are you saying, are you being like your best cheerleader and saying, okay, you can rock this? Or are you saying, oh my God, this scares the crud out of me? So kind of look at that and see how you can change that thought or those thoughts, what you're thinking about yourself, right? All right. So as I said, when I write down my resolutions, and I have like a page full. So I start out with writing the resolutions and then I break it down and start writing like how I want things to happen. And when I do that, it helps me think about, visualize, and feel it, right? Those things can help you do that because when you feel it and you can visualize it, when you can see it, then you know that you can create it. And that is the real kind of magic of it, right? So always check to make sure that the resolutions you're making are your own. It's what you truly want, not what somebody else wants for you, not maybe what your best friend is doing or a group of people are doing. Make sure that this resolution fits you. Okay. Okay. Because otherwise, it may not, it may fizzle out and you put energy into it. You don't want to put energy into something that is not going to like raise your resonance. It's not going to get you to the place that you want to be. All right. All right. So um, when you're writing them, check how you feel. Do they stress you out or do they make you happy? So I know sometimes I'll like be thinking, oh, I should probably like do this, like this would be a good resolution. And then I think, oh, I don't like the feeling this gives me. And so I might like put that at the bottom of the list and look at it later on. Okay. But I keep the ones that really make me feel good at the top of the list so that I can feel really good about them. All right. When you feel really good about something, you're more willing to do it. Right. Right. So I'm going to use this as an example of a resolution because it's a biggie, and I get asked this a lot. And so we're going to use this. This is only an example. Okay. Okay. So, a lot of people are talking about losing weight, getting healthy, and having their best life, right? So, and so I made a resolution here. You might want to write this down, especially if you want to work on your health and well-being. It is, I am healthy physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So that is a great resolution. It's very simple. It's not, you don't go overboard with it, and you can stay focused on it. And it also works on mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional, all four levels. And that's what we want to keep all of that in balance as we move about our days, right? Okay. Mom. Yeah. Okay. So visualize the way you want to look physically. All right. So if you have a picture of yourself, of like maybe what you looked like before, and you really like your look, put that up somewhere where you see it every day. So it's easier for you to visualize it and feel good about it. Oh, I love the way I looked then. You know, I really want to be that again, and keep it with you. Stay in the resonance of that. All right. So, for those of you who are or want to do physical exercise, do that. Make time for it. I have a couple of you like, "Oh, I'm trying to lose weight." I'm like, "What are you doing about it?" Nothing. Well, how are you going to do that? So, diet is good. Making sure that you're taking care of yourself. Remember, for those of you who like to starve yourselves, that your body is going to go, "Oh my God, I'm not getting enough food." And you're going to stay the same weight that you are. Why? Because the body says, "Oh, I got to store this because we're not getting enough food." And so it will store it. So make sure that you're eating good, right? I I eat good. I eat what I eat what makes me feel good. I don't eat a lot because I really never have eaten a lot, but I do make sure that I eat during the day. Now, my favorite thing is cookies, chocolate, and tasty cakes. So, um, I do eat them. But like I do this. I get cookie dough from the grocery store and I bake 3 cookies a day. And that's what I eat. I eat 3 cookies a day. And if I buy a box of tasty cakes, I make sure that it lasts. All right. So if you want a good workout thing because you're staying at home and whatnot, you can check out, this is a workout thing that I use on YouTube. It's called Workout 4D because there's certain exercises that I cannot do anymore, but they have exercises for all different types of people. So check it out. It's called Workout 4D. It's great. It is. So make sure as you're creating your resolution, you're thinking about all of these things. You're going to put that resolution into action. This is one of the reasons why I chose diet, because you have to put it into action in order to create something. Yeah. Right. And you have to be accountable for what you're doing. So yeah, chair yoga is good. And 4D has chair yoga. So, which is awesome. All right. So make sure that you're accountable for your resolutions, which is, okay, so I'm going to pack my lunch every day, or I'm going to make sure that I have balanced meals every day. Put your strategy into effect so that you can have an outcome. All right. You might want to check with your doctor to make sure that you're doing everything right, especially if you're dieting. Okay. All right. So be accountable. All right. So this is something that I keep on my desk all the time. And you guys might want to do like a screenshot of it. So here it is. So this is my I am. I have it on my desk. So when I get stumped, I look at it and I start to like feel all of those words. It it especially helps me when I'm writing because it helps me it helps to inspire me. So all of these words are you. This is these words describe you. Everyone has this. And it's good to have something in your office, or if you have a home office. I have a home office, so I have like things all around me that inspire me, that uplift me. So when you're making your resolutions, have things like that around you to help you, visual things. A lot more people are visual than they are feeling. And so you can visualize, you can see these words, and it will help to bring your resonance up. It'll help that nice high vibe that everybody's looking for. And then you can take a breath and go, okay, yeah, I can do this. I got this. So remember, a resolution has to resonate with you. Absolutely. And that's what we're talking about tonight. The resolution has to resonate with you. You have to love it to make it happen. While creating a strategy for your resolution, there has to be focus. You have to feel uplifted. And you have to stay on it, right? Some people will give up. They'll be like, oh my God, I got another roadblock. Sometimes when we get roadblocks, it's because maybe we're supposed to meet a person, maybe we're supposed to do a task, do something in order to get to our goal. Okay, so don't let those roadblocks stop you from accomplishing what you set out to do. So remember, it takes 3 days to create a habit and 21 days to break one. It does. So while we recreate our lives through our resolutions, we have to be patient and persistent, you know. So with our growth and well-being. Okay, so while we recreate our lives, we have to be patient and persistent with our growth and well-being. So by creating visualizations and feelings of elation of what our resolutions are, we replace old habits not serving us with those that do. So that's what you want to do. You want to replace that instead of going, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Instead, I can do this. I got this. I'm good to go. If I can't get this going on right now, I can reconfigure, right? So it's okay to reconfigure. It's okay to stop, take a breath. get centered and grounded. Look at your strategy again and see if you can better your strategy rather than throwing it away. Okay? All right. So remember that it takes 3 days to create a habit, 21 days to break it. So you need something in there to fill the hole while you're creating and breaking, right? Okay. So many of you have been talking about raising your resonance and keeping it up, right? So resolutions, resonance. All right. So in order to accomplish our goals, a lot of times we need to be determined and we need that resonance up so that we can continue to look at things, whatever we are accomplishing, we can look at it with new eyes. We can look at it and be strategic. We can look at it to create it because we're all creators. We are created by the creator. We are creators. So you are wanting to recreate your life. You need to keep that resonance up. So I know it sounds simple, but it is. So one of the things that I do to keep my resonance up is I ask my guides and angels for assistance. I ask them to help make way for whatever it is I am trying to accomplish and give me good guidance because that's what they're there for, right? We don't want a bunch of bored spirit guides and angels hanging around us. We want them busy. So I do meditate. So I'll sit down and I'll like be still for a little while. That's one of the ways that I raise my resonance so I can focus on what my spirit guides and angels are saying to me and or like showing me, guiding me to. And I do take time every day. I do not spend like a long time meditating. I'll do it for like 5 or 10 minutes because I figure if my guides and angels have something to say to me, they're going to be like, talking. So I do ask them for assistance. Usually they give me pretty good assistance. You know, they're pretty hilarious themselves. And the signs and the people that they bring to me, I always find that very interesting. All right. So I meditate. And other things that you can do are taking walks, doing walking meditations. If you're the creative type, create something. See this table back here? Oh, over that way somewhere? You can see it back there. All that stuff back there are beads that I'm going through right now because I'm going to be making chandeliers next year. Pretty excited about that. And every time I look back there and sort through those beads, it makes me happy. It does. So if you're a creative type, do something creative to raise yourself back up so you match the resonance of your resolution. Okay? And you can follow through. So whatever it is that raises you up, helps you feel good, do that so that you can accomplish your goals. Yeah. So again, I know it sounds simple, but I feel like human beings really complicate things. And so things don't need to be so complicated. You don't need a lot of craziness in there. You just need to like keep that vibe up and do the things that raise you up. And you'll see too that you won't be bothered by so many things that are going on around you. Instead, you'll stay focused and you'll be at peace. All right. So when you are when your resonance is up, a lot of you, your resolutions are to perfect your connection to your spirit guides and angels. So when your resonance is up, it's easier to hear, feel, see what your spirit guides and angels are showing you. It's easier to communicate with them. And I'm not just saying you talking, I'm saying you maybe asking a question and them replying and you understanding the reply. Okay. So keeping that resonance up keeps you in that place where you're able to communicate and receive those great messages that you want. All right. And so practice that because your guides and angels are there to assist you. That's why they're there. So let them. All right. So maintaining that high resonance also keeps you present in the moment. And we want to stay present and in the moment. All right. All that stuff that happened over there, back there, that's done. Done. All the stuff that's right here now is happening now, and our future is before us. So let go of that stuff, those burdens that hold you back from what you want to accomplish, and move forward in your presence. When you are present, you're clear, you're centered, you're grounded, and it's good. Okay? All right. All right. So while you're thinking and strategizing, you might find you need to give up some things, just like I was talking about, letting go of those burdens, right? Those burdens don't assist you. All they do is hold you in a place of non movement. We want to move, we want movement, right? So let them go. You may have to like set some boundaries with people. You might have to give up some things. You might have to put some things in storage. You might have to do some different things to make room for what you are resolving to do. Okay, for recreation. All right. So many of you are concerned about what's going on in the world right now. And there are some things going on in the world. There's some crazy stuff going on in the world. But does it affect your day to day? Do you immerse yourself in it? Does it trouble you because you're so immersed in it? Perhaps maybe pulling back and understanding that there are things going on in the world that you don't have control over. Be aware of it. It's okay to be aware of it. I was totally aware of the fires in California because my daughter lives there. And so a couple of times a day, I would check the news feeds and see what was going on out there to make sure the fires weren't getting closer to her. And so I did not immerse myself in it, but I understand California though, because I was born and raised in California. So I know it is a tinderbox. It is the desert and the high desert. So I understand the wildfires out there and that it really doesn't rain that much in California. And when it does, yikes, just like in the desert. So I did not immerse myself in it, but I did check in with her every day and to make sure that she was okay. And she was. And so I feel like sometimes we get caught up in all of the extraneous stuff that's going on in the world and we hold on to it really tight and like make our feelings it gets in there and we just, don't do that. Understand it, be aware of it, know that it's going on. And if you can help, help. If you can't help, do something else. Redirect yourself so that you're not feeling the angst and the lower resonance. The more high resonance we have, the more people say, hey, how do you keep that positive outlook with all this craziness going on in the world? And you can tell them, I am aware of it, but I'm not going to let it affect me. Okay? So that's why in the beginning of the show, I asked you, please pray for those people in Western North Carolina and in California. And if you can give monetarily, please give to the Samaritan's Purse or the Red Cross, because those two have recognizable, real websites. And we want to make sure that we're actually giving to those people. Right? Okay. All right. So that's the show for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will be setting it up for tomorrow on the blog. You can check it out. Have a great week. Please stay safe. And remember, keep your heart open and align with the energy of love. And I'll see you next week. Bye.